So, as we all may know, we saw the title of this video, and it's the Wisdom Harvesting Trauma Loop. And you're probably thinking, wow, how is there more, sickening, um, gut-wrenching, heart-wrenching, just things that are just gut-wrenching and heart-wrenching all at the same time, and brain-wrenching and, gut-wrenching things that just wrench the world. And yeah, it's a sick, twisted, and cruel world, as we all know. Um, wisdom harvesting. What is it? Well, to start, I'm just going to say right here and right now that it's probably the most heinous acts of, human and probably animal cruelty history. This puts big name sickos like Robert Snebner, Harry Joyner to shame. Straight up. So, to start, at a very young age, we just, everybody did, sat around and watched only wisdom teeth removal funniest compilations of 2015. It's not our fault. Even though we loved it, we were forced to watch it. Every single child on this earth, no matter where you are from, you could be from China, you could be from China, America, China, anywhere, really. Mexico, China, America, anywhere, right? Any continent, genuinely any continent. And you were forced to watch these funniest removal compilations of 2015, wisdom teeth removal, you're watching the video, you're sitting there, oh my gosh, this guy, he's off the laughing gas, wisdom teeth removal, so funny, this guy's making a fool out of himself. And it's the funniest compilation of 2015, can you believe it? It's 2019, and this compilation of 2015 is still the stuff. And that's because it's wisdom teeth laughing gas removal of wisdom teeth in 2015. Straight up. And you might think that since every child watches this in the world, and since it's even running on Nick Jr., it's being streamed on Nick Jr., that it's all sunshine and rainbows. Sorry to tell you folks, but these people that are off, laughing gas and being recorded by their mom, oh, it said something stupid, they're actually victims who are now permanently ignorant for the rest of their lives. The government wants us to believe the dental realm when they say that you don't have room for wisdom teeth and they will cause pain and get in the way. No, don't listen to your dentist, okay? Don't listen to him. Because first of all, I can fully, with 100% certainty, say that all dental people are not even human. They're not even human. Alright? And that's a separate video, but most people that work in the dental industry are more than likely like some sort of members of a pocket dimension. So that's the start. I myself know a few people who have fallen victim to the money pit of they're going to get in the way and stuff, and they're unfortunately more stupid than they already were. What the government doesn't want you to know is that these wisdom teeth are the very things that hold and expand our wisdom. Some of the wisest people and inventors in modern history are owners of their wisdom teeth. Actually, all of them are. Wisdom teeth are, the way I can describe it, almost like wisdom tanks. They hold and help build and store your wisdom all your life. And the reason you don't get your wisdom teeth until later in life is because you don't gain wisdom overnight. You don't just wake up and you're like, oh, I'm the wisest man in the world. You gain wisdom through experiences and learning things and stuff like that. Once you finally get a grasp of free thinking and a minor amount of wisdom, your brain has enough wisdom fluid to formulate a biological solid, which will eventually take the shape of your wisdom teeth. There is also a reason why some people do not have wisdom teeth in the first place, and that's because some people are unfortunate enough to be born dumb, and their purpose in life is to be dumb for the smart, wise people to look better. I myself possess these wisdom teeth, and They're nearly grown in, and I can say with sheer confidence that I despise people without wisdom teeth, especially the people that are born that way. I will especially never associate myself with someone who cannot grow some wisdom teeth for the life of them, and I will, if I do expose myself to them, I'll probably just use them for my benefit in life and dispose of them when I'm done, because quite frankly, they're too stupid to see it coming all along, right? And you may wonder what the government does to, after they extract the wisdom from our teeth, and I can tell you right now, they feed it to many different things. So these things include scientists, creatures of Scientology that Scientologists just love to talk about with their Scientologist friends and family and Scientologist wives. They just create these creatures, evil creatures of just the worst things you can imagine a Scientologist can cook up. Right, their imagination is limitless, and they feed it with this wisdom. And another Scientologist creation is AI that they feed the wisdom. If we think about it, most wisdom tooth removals were performed after the year of 1902. Now, during 1902 and before that, we didn't live in a world with considerable technological advancement to the extent where we are now. But if you take a step back and notice, 1902 up until present day has shown to be an exponential rate of technological growth in our world. This is simply because in a world where wisdom was all evenly distributed, jack squat was done. Everyone had wisdom that were born with it, and no one had the drive to do anything with it. Now, it was only until we started fueling these already brilliant minds and innovative thinkers with even more inhuman levels of this wisdom that they didn't even have to grind for. They knew so much more and invented the things we have now. Another major wisdom eater is, like I said, none other than AI. The Scientologists, like I said, are actually rumored to have figured this out because they were pumping Siri full and Alexa full of this wisdom, and they were just like, oh, let's see what this does because we're Scientologists and we like telling our friends about things who are also Scientologists. And that's what all Scientologists do, is they tell people what they do. A lot. They like telling people what they do, but not normal people. It only has to be a Scientologist. That's the way it works. Is if you're a Scientologist, you have to tell another Scientologist it's in their book something that you did that was pretty cool. So they're like, they got the wise idea to pump Siri and Alexa and probably Google Home full of this wisdom stuff, wisdom fluid from our wisdom teeth. Probably some poor kid's wisdom teeth after he just got filmed and posted on Nick Jr. without his consent. And now AI has turned to be one of the smartest things that we don't even understand, and it has one of the largest wisdom caches and counting. Now, if we don't stop this wisdom farming and stuff like that, I can easily see big name music artists like D Wade, Vic Blends, and many more taking advantage of this stuff and possibly resorting to cannibalism to directly ingest whatever wisdom fluid was there. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to be in a Dairy Queen and see D Wade walk in and just completely take a chomp out of Grandpa's head because he wanted some wisdom and then he just licks his lips. Or I don't want to see Vic Blends giving someone a cut and next thing you know, he's like, so what do you want to be when you grow up? And then he just takes just a huge, just honking bite out of the head. And there's just blood and gore everywhere. I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen, right? And this goes for basically anybody, not even only music artists, just the world elites that have something that people want or people admire. They fiend for this wisdom fluid more than baby's blood. And I'm calling it right now, because if they are too stupid to impress people, then they won't want to be relevant in the first. They're not going to be relevant in the first place, simply. And if you're not relevant, why would you drink baby's blood to extend your life if the world doesn't care about you? And we already know the world already hates stupid people, so the world's definitely not going to care about them if they're stupid. Okay? And if we want to look into the not only a terrible realm of wisdom tooth farming, we can also see how awful they treat their workers, right? And here is a picture of, my buddy Tyler. He took this picture, and it's a picture of our buddy Woody, who not only got his wisdom teeth taken, but now he is wisdom farming for the government. And nobody knows who Buddy Woody is other than his family and maybe a couple Scientologists that just wants to know who people are and to tell other Scientologists that they know some people that no one else knows, right? Because I know Buddy Woody because I knew him before the government wiped him off the face of the earth, and I actually met him before Harry Joyner tried killing me for the Elodie video. Whenever I made that, I don't keep track of time since it's fake, right? So Buddy Woody, as you can see in this picture, he's smiling, he looks happy and jolly, but he's working in the dead dog quiet heat. And he's farming these people's wisdom teeth that he gets in the masses, and he's sitting there all day and night, Buddy Woody, extracting the fluid like none other. My buddy Tyler took this picture. As we near the end of this, I just want to, make one last point clear as we move forward with this topic into the next video, is just think about Ozzy Osbourne. One person who I can confirm was one of the largest consumers of wisdom. He was recently kicked from hell itself. Soon after he passed away for selling ice cubes in hell. It was an ice cube selling operation, and he got kicked out, and people are glorifying this man who's causing problems into the afterlife after he went to hell. And he got kicked out for selling ice cubes, and people want to say that, oh, Ozzy Osbourne would never farm wisdom from little kids or young adults. Well, guess what? He got kicked out of hell. Guess what? Got kicked out of hell. Now what? Now what? And if you want me to go a step further, Ozzy Osbourne was such a big wisdom consumer that they called him the Prince of Wisdom. They called him the Prince of Wisdom in some countries. And he actually took a bite out of that bat on stage because bats have the highest wisdom counts in the animal kingdom, aside from anteaters, which kind of cheat because they suck the wisdom out of ants, which have high wisdom. So I wouldn't consider an anteater to have naturally high wisdom, because if you only feed an anteater Ozzy Osbourne's hellish ice cubes or something like that doesn't have any wisdom, then they're just going to be stupid. But bats produce their own wisdom, and Ozzy Osbourne could not go a whole show without having a dose of wisdom. So he took a bite of that bat, and they started calling him Prince Wayne. Prince Wayne, Prince of Wisdom, Darkness and Wisdom, the Prince of Darkness and Prince of Princes of all wisdom. That's what they called him in China. In some other countries, and one other country called him the prince, aka the guy who loves wisdom and alerting the darkness of more wisdom eater of worlds. That's what they called him in another country. And I just think it makes me sick to my stomach. It wrenches my guts, if you will, to think that people are giving this guy the nicknames and glorifying him for eating innocent wisdom. Okay. Just things are right in front of your face, you don't even notice it. Even ChatGPT, right? It's called ChatGPT, but it's actually GPT stands for gross wisdom farming points, right? And the W and the F are silent. The W and the F are silent. So it's just GPT, but it's actually GWFPT. And points is PT. They extended it. He abbreviated PT. So it's gross wisdom farming points. And the Scientologist came up with it. It was actually a Scientologist who came up with it and didn't even know why he named it that. He just wanted to go and tell his Scientologist friend that he named ChatGPT but put 2 silent letters in the name. He wanted to tell his friend that. So, at least that's what he told me. I don't know. Just think about it.